everyone, it's Jen from You So Much, and today I'm going to talk about how to quickly improve your website, and I mean quick, because one of the things that I often offer to clients who are interested in working with me is to do a 15-minute consultation with them so they can get a good idea of what I'm about and the kinds of things that I might recommend. And of course, I ask them what their priorities are. But overall, some of the things that I look for can be really easily fixed in a really quick amount of time. So today I'm going to give you 5 of those techniques that you can do, and you can do them all in under 15 minutes. So let's get to it. The first thing I always recommend you to do is to look at your headline. Your headline is the most important part of your copy because if your headline doesn't grab them, they're not going to keep reading. And I've said it before, but really the goal of your headline is to get them to read the next line. So it doesn't need to sell them yet. Don't worry about making sure that everything you need to tell them is in that headline. You just need to make sure you're attracting your perfect customer with that headline and you're getting them to read the next line. So it's got to be compelling, it's got to drive a little bit of curiosity, and it's got to kind of tease the primary benefit or results that you are giving them with your product or service. And the next thing you want to do is make sure that the first paragraph is also very customer focused. So it's more about them than it is about you. You're still really relating with them. Think about if you met somebody at a party, would you get into right away talking about yourself? No, most of the time you're asking them questions, you're compelling them with a story that you think they might be interested in. So you want to do that in the first paragraph. Really talk more about them and then start getting into you. And along those lines, when you do start getting into you, the third thing you really want to make sure you do is you want to make sure that most of your sentences are phrased to say you instead of me. So in other words, if you're a real estate agent and you say something like, I know that your home is the most important, asset in your life, and this is why I do this for you, blah, 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 blah. Then you're phrasing all your sentences starting with me and I rather than saying you. So instead rephrase it to say, your home is the most important asset in your life and you then will benefit from how my design experience will come to play to help you sell your house. So do you see how that's changed a little bit? Just rephrase the sentences so that you're making them the subject of the sentence instead of yourself. Now, the next thing you really want to do is make sure that your page or website pages, all of them, are super readable. And so there's a few things you can do to make sure that they're readable. The first thing you can do is include subheadlines and bullet points, because a lot of times once they read the first couple paragraphs and they really like you, what they might start doing is scanning and make sure that they're still interested in you before they're going to go back and read the fine print, right? The body copy. And some of that body copy they'll go back and read, especially if they really are interested in you. But sometimes people are really short on time, and so they want to make sure, hey, this is somebody that I'm really interested in working with. So they'll start scanning. So make it easy for them to scan, and then later they can go back and read the body. So again, bullet points, subheadlines are a really great way to do that. Another way to make sure it's readable is to make sure that the font is big enough. I can't tell you how many websites I go to where the font is so small I can barely read it. Listen, your copy is important. You're taking the time to put up a website. You're taking the time to make sure the copy is written really well to really allure your perfect customer. So why are you making the font so dang small? Make it bigger so that it really stands out. And then the final thing that you want to do is to make sure there's a clear call to action at the end of the page. And I mean every page. So if it's a sales page, obviously you want that clear call to action. You want them to buy something or to sign up for something. If it is all of your website pages, you still need a clear call to action. Where should they go next? After they read the about page, maybe they should go to the work with me page, or maybe on your blog post, you're leading them from one blog post to the next. Whatever it is, you should have a clear call to action on every single page. And you should only have one. Don't confuse them with a bunch of freebies on your homepage, right? You really should just have one call to action there and decide what's the most important thing that this person needs to have in their hands in order to continue to work with me. So don't confuse them. Pick one, decide what the most important thing is, decide what the biggest benefit is for them, and then put that one thing on your page. I welcome any of your comments. Please leave them below. And as always, don't forget to write down your own fantasies because words make it real.